Do you think there are some things that you can do to catch a woman's eye, but you're a little reluctant to try them in case you look a little bit silly? Well, there are a number of small gestures and mannerisms you can incorporate into your daily life to actually appear more attractive and sexy to a woman and have her thinking about you all day long, even when you are not around her. Now, don't worry if you don't know where to start, because of course, I've got you covered. Here's a list of things for you to try. Like and subscribe. Important information. It's important, to understand that for the vast majority of women, there needs to be an emotional connection established before they can think of you in a sexual way. In a sexual sense that goes beyond a one-night stand. This emotional connection can be built through shared experiences, open communication, and a genuine interest in her thoughts and feelings. It's not just about physical attraction, but also about building a deeper connection. Women tend to create emotional bonds with the people they find attractive. So the sooner you understand and accept this, the easier it will be for you to introduce these small gestures into your relationship. Get to know. Getting to know a girl better is the first step in trying to seduce her. It's easy. If you're too full on with her, she might feel threatened or believe that you are too easy to get. If she's a passing acquaintance or friend, strike up a conversation for her to learn more about you. Now find common interests and try to build a connection with her. Show a genuine interest in what she has to say and make her feel comfortable around you. Be cordial and friendly when you text her occasionally. Don't approach her straight away, but also don't act like a doormat. Likeable. Knowing how to seduce a woman involves several stages, one of which is learning to be likable. And at this point, you can actually tell if she's becoming more receptive to you or pulling away. So try to learn more about her and her interests as you converse with her occasionally. Try to establish a connection with her by sending her texts or having conversations with her as often as you can. Now, women need to feel that connection in order to move on to the emotional side of things. If the things you say seem to be having an effect, she will be looking forwards to your chats and your text messages, and she will definitely make an effort to stay in touch with you. Hold off. Many men commit this error. It's very cringy sometimes. They express to the girl their admiration or feelings for her. You obviously like her, that's okay. She's already aware of that, isn't she? She has a feeling that you like her, but she needs confirmation from you to make sure she's right. So keep your cool and hold off from telling her you have feelings. Some women have a tendency to want what they can't have, and if she's unsure if you want her, it actually makes her want you more. Yeah, crazy, isn't it? She will become more addicted to you because of her excitement and curiosity. In order to successfully seduce a woman, you must build that suspense. If you reveal your feelings far too soon, well, buddy, you will fail miserably. Mystery. This is the time to become enigmatic and leave her wondering what's on your mind. Be flirtatious and impure whenever you talk to her or text her at night. But if you run into her during the day, never bring up the sexy text unless she brings it up herself first. Avoid flirting or discussing the text when you are around other friends, but when it's just the two of you, flirt with her. You'll persuade her that there is already a secret developing between the two of you if you do this. And who doesn't enjoy a little light-hearted, flirtatious, covert drama in their lives, right? Dress. First impressions, they are everything. She won't be impressed by you if you can't even be bothered to get out of your smelly old sneakers and sweatpants. Even though you don't have to dress up for your date, putting on a nice shirt and some polished shoes will show her that you care enough to go the extra mile. Remember that the way you present yourself can actually say a lot about your personality and your personal values. Taking the time to dress nicely can also boost your confidence and make you feel more attractive. Personal space. Try to spend some time alone with her as often as you can. Now, it doesn't matter if you two are hanging out as friends or going on a date. Sit closer to her when you have some alone time with her while acting as though you were unaware of your proximity. You've been teasing her, so you need to move into her personal space now to get that chemistry going. Play with her fingers while casually conversing or subtly brush her arm with yours. Sidestepping across her or walking by her, put your hands around her waist. Give her one last quick hug before you leave. The night texts. Texting a girl late at night when she has time on her hands and a ton of opportunities to get naughty is the best way to be naughty and intimate with her. Of course, you can always flirt with her during the day too, but with other people around to divert her, her chances of striking up a passionate conversation, well, they're going to be slim. Keep in touch with her during the day, but save the flirtatious conversations for later in the evening. It's important to keep in mind that not all girls may be comfortable with late night texting or intimate conversations. Make sure, guys, to respect the boundaries and only engage in such conversations if she reciprocates your interest. Communication is key, so always ask for consent before taking things to the next level. Let's talk about tension. She will have experienced a sexual tension by this point every time you touch her, whether on purpose or not. You must now make her long for your touch. As you touch her, let your hand rest on her back or her arms. This will create anticipation and desire for more physical contact with you. Additionally, pay attention to her body language and reactions to gauge what type of touch she enjoys the most. Get very close to her and speak softly in her ear. When no one is around, she speaks softly and fidgets with her fingers. If you can successfully develop a sexual attraction, well, she will become pliable in your hands. Date. The next step is for them to actually see her in person and make that physical connection. Tell her that you would like to meet her sometime or ask her out. Make an effort to arrange a date with all the details. Instead of going on dates unless you are attempting to woo her or convince her to fall in love with you, make arrangements to meet up at your house or hers. It is at this point that you must decide whether you want a romantic relationship or friends with benefits. It's wonderful to hear that you both find each other attractive and are interested in dating. However, if you followed all of these instructions on how to seduce a woman to the letter, you've only really paid attention to your ability to attract women sexually. You've made it clear that you have a sexual interest in her. She is aware of this. Small gestures. Even though it may not seem like much, little acts of affection will have her falling at your feet. Things like finding out her favourite chocolate or drink and bringing it to her the next time you see her. Things like this let her know that you are thinking of her. Additionally, it demonstrates that you have been considering her preferences. These small gestures can also help to strengthen that emotional connection between you two, makes her feel valued and appreciated. It shows that you are willing to put in the effort and pay attention to the little details that matter to her. Cooking. Cooking for a woman will make you seem more macho and seductive, especially on a first date. You'll get a chance to showcase your culinary prowess and you'll be able to save money by eating in. An at-home meal is more intimate than takeout, and additionally, cooking for a woman allows you to personalize the meal to her preferences and of course dietary requirements, showing that you are attentive and caring. It also provides an opportunity for conversation and getting to know each other better whilst enjoying an amazing, delicious meal. Flowers, yes, I get it, very cliche, but it's also very, very effective. Now, there's no need to buy her a large bouquet. Not even a store purchase is necessary. If you know, get this, where to find vibrant flowers, use them to show her how much you care. Just make sure they aren't poisonous, of course. And they don't need to be really expensive either. Your local store can have a cute bunch for say £5 or $5. That will completely make her day. The selfie. Sending her a daily picture over Snapchat, Instagram, or even text will have her smiling at her phone all day. A selfie or a complex image like a bird's eye view of your street corner could serve as this image's basis. Whatever kind of pitch you give her, she'll feel more connected to you after seeing it. The idea that you've taken time out of your day to think about her and send her a picture means a lot. It's a simple yet effective way to keep that spark alive or to show your affection for someone you're interested in. Plus, it's a fun way to share your daily experiences with each other and keep that conversation going. The questions. Yes, this may seem obvious, but you know what? You would be surprised at how frequently women feel unappreciated. The smallest inquiry, such as, what was the best part of today, or is there anything you want to talk about, will make her feel more significant if you ask that to her. It is important to remember that showing appreciation is not a one-time thing, but rather an ongoing effort. Consistently expressing gratitude and acknowledging her efforts will go a long way in making her feel valued and loved.